Hey guys, Coach LZGlowz here. In today's lesson, we will learn how the different agent roles should generally be played when attacking and when defending. By the end of this workout, you will have the basic understanding on how to play, what to expect, and why the different agent roles play differently when attacking versus defending. Let's warm up by spending 5 to 10 minutes in the practice range. Select different agents of different roles and experiment with all their abilities. Doing this will help us better understand the use of their abilities and their strengths and weaknesses. Having a good understanding of the agent's abilities will help us better understand why certain agent roles play a certain way on attack and a certain way on defense. The first role we will go over is the duelist role. On attack, the primary role of the duelist is to either help the team get onto site or to entry for the team. Many duelists have abilities such as flashes,
Watch your eyes!
stuns, or former smokes that can be utilized to help them and the team to get onto site safely or with an advantage. This advantage can either allow them to take control of site or to cut vision from defending players, allowing for easy picks. Along with these abilities, many duelists have self-sustaining abilities, such as healing or movement, which allows them to either risk taking fights and getting hurt, or to take fights and quickly reposition. Because duelists have abilities to start fights and aggressively take fights, it's important for them to be the first one to enter the site and take first contact. It wouldn't make sense for an agent like Cypher to enter first then Reyna, since if Cypher fights, he won't be able to heal the health he lost, whereas Reyna can, and even back away from the fight entirely. Being the first one to get site information and picks is the primary job of the duelist on attack. On defense, things are a little different, but also similar. Since the goal is to defend, it's not necessary to take fights. But since duelists have the ability to quickly disengage, it's a viable strategy for duelists to take an aggressive angle at the site's entrance to get a pick or to deal damage to the attacking team, before quickly disengaging back onto the site. This, however, is something that should not be done every defense round, since it's risky. Duelists also should be entry when doing a site retake, similar to when attacking. Initiators have many parallels to duelists. They have overall more pressing and impactful util that allow them and their teammates to initiate a site push and take fights. They don't really have self-sustaining abilities like duelists, however. On attack, initiators should be the ones using their abilities to help or initiate a site push. This is either done by flashing and or getting information on where the enemy may be on the site with their abilities. If the team's initiator or initiators lack certain abilities to help a site push, say a flash, they may coordinate with the duelist with how the team will take the site. Overall, on attack, the initiator's job is to help the team push the site by getting information on how many and where the defenders are on the site, as well as using abilities like flashes to help the team push and fight the defenders with an advantage. On defense, initiators have a similar role. Their main role is, at the beginning of the round, to use their information ability near the main of the site they are defending, to get information on if the enemy team is there. If they aren't, then your team has information that the enemy team may be pushing the other site or is near mid. On defense, initiators should try switching where and when they try to get information. Most times, attackers will adapt and try avoiding information abilities. Mixing things up will allow you to spot them when they least expect it. When retaking, initiators should use their abilities to get information and help the team retake the site, similar to when attacking. Sentinels are very straightforward, with their primary role being to defend a site. Their abilities allow them to get information on if an enemy is trying to pass a certain area on the map, or to cut off small areas with mollies, smokes, or slows. On defense, Sentinels must create setups with their abilities that can get information on if the enemy team is trying to enter site. Their setups must also slow or demotivate the enemy team's push. This is usually achieved when their setups either damages the enemy team when they attack, or provide opportunities for easy kills if the enemy team tries to challenge it head on. This stall also provides the opportunity for your team to rotate and help defend the site. On attack, Sentinels have two phases. Their first phase is to use their util to provide anti-flank. This is typically done by using an ability that gives information on if someone passes a certain area, like Killjoy Alarm Bot, to watch an area on the flank path. Their second phase is when they successfully get control of site. They can start setting up their util and traps to help defend the plan. Because Sentinels don't provide much utility that helps the team get onto site, Sentinels are good candidates to be used as a lurker. This, of course, should be used sparingly. Controllers are the role that stays mostly the same for both sides. Controllers are all about cutting vision and creating areas for your team to get control of. When attacking, the controller will primarily smoke the chokes that lead to the defender's spawn and or mid. Controllers may also smoke other chokes or locations where the enemy may be when they are not trying to be seen or don't want to take fights. For example, on Ascent, when your team is rotating from B to A through mid, the controller may smoke bottom mid, so your team can safely cross through mid to A without needing to fight anyone from bottom mid or market. When defending, it's almost the same. Aside from sentinels, controllers are the second role that can help stop or stall an attack from the enemy team. Smoking the site entrance or entrances from the attacker's side will help slow down the enemy's attack. This is because if they were to push the smoke hastily, they would need to be worried about all the multiple angles on site that the defenders could be holding from, where the defenders just need to hold the choke. Now that we understand how each role should be played on each side, let's play some swift plays. Play one swift play for each role. When playing duelists on attack, remember to entry for your team and help your team onto site with your abilities if your initiator can. When defending, mix between playing aggressive and playing defensive on site. When playing initiator on attack, use your abilities to gather information on who is on site and where. Then use your abilities to help your team to attack the site and take fights with an advantage, such as blinding the enemy team. On defense, use your information abilities to see which site the enemy team is trying to attack. Mix up where and when you use your information abilities. With sentinels, when defending, try creating setups that will give information on if the enemy team is trying to attack early on. Make sure your setup will almost trap the enemy team into getting killed. When attacking, make sure you use your abilities to watch your team's flank and try lurking. When playing controller on attack, smoke the defender's entrance to site or any other part of the map you don't want the enemy to have vision from. When defending, smoke the attacker's entrance choke or main of the site they are trying to attack. Smoke any part of the map you don't want the attackers to have vision from as well. With that, we have covered the basics of how agent roles are played when attacking and defending. Some roles, like duelists and sentinels, are the most impactful on one side, whereas initiators and controllers are equally as impactful on both sides. But remember, when attacking or defending, each role has some sort of impactful purpose. Knowing what that purpose is will allow you to help your team and make the most out of your role. I'm Coach LZGlowz. I hope this video helped you out, and I will see you in the next one.
One enemy remaining. Clutch.
You forget your place.